Good evening. In today's session, let's discuss another very important topic, that is IT and ITES. This falls under Indian economy, which is considered to be one of the very important subjects for any competitive examination. Now, what exactly is IT stands for? IT stands for Information Technology, and ITES stands for Information Technology Enabled Services. Let me tell you a few points here. All of you have come across with the words like a software industry. That software industry is nothing but the information technology. Point number one. Number two, all of you have come across with certain great companies like TCS, great companies like this Infosys, great companies like Wipro. All these are the IT and ITES companies. Point number one. Point number two, this IT is a subsector under the service sector. We know that under Indian economy we got the three sectors: agriculture, industry and service sector. Today's topic, IT and ITES, falls under the service sector, that is nothing but the tertiary sector under Indian economy. This is number one. Number two, every subsector is associated and attached to one ministry or the other. In the similar manner, IT, information technology in India, is attached to a ministry called Ministry of Electronics and Information Technology. Please note down this one, and also note down the name of the minister. Point number one. Below that, what is the name of the minister? Go for Google search and note down the point. I am not going to tell you the name of the minister, because if you just write down the name here, by the time you go for the examination, for some reason the minister may be changed. You have to update the information before the examination. That is the reason why my suggestion is that go for Google search and write down the name of the current minister. Below that, also write down something like note that you need to update this information before your examination. Clear? This is point number one. So you have an IT minister at the central level, and you also have information technology minister at the state level. What is the name of the minister at the state level? That is known to you. Please write down the name and please update that name also before the examination. Clear? So this is one point. Now let's go into the details of IT and ITES. Let's try to understand. For example, here, whenever we mention about the IT, we come across with a large amount of data. That is nothing but the information. So where do you store? How do you store this information? Today, the information is being stored, data is being stored at various places. Clear? If the information is very small, the data is very small, that you can store on your laptop or desktop. You can store the data even in your mobile. You can store the data separately, that is the pen drive. Or you can, if you have large amount of data, that you can store on external this hard disk. Like this, there are so many places where you can store the data. But the problem is that it is not just storing the data. You should be able to retrieve the data at any time you like. Say for example, if that is our personal data, I can store on my laptop, I can store on a pen drive, or I can store on a external hard disk. But if I have large amount of data, that should be stored somewhere, and I have to use that data dynamically, meaning at any time if I want to retrieve the any part of the data, I should be able to retrieve. Then where do you store this data? You have to store this data in clouds, right? You must be aware of the cloud technology. that we have discussed very clearly and in a detailed manner in science and technology class. Clear? And here we are interested to know about IT and ITES as a part of Indian economy. Clear? So this is point number one. Now you must be getting a doubt. So large information, large data you are storing in clouds, and whenever you want to retrieve the data, you are retrieving the data. But what you were doing in the earlier days, because the technology was not available, this information was stored in the form of documents. But how do you retrieve the data? That was really a difficult task. That is the reason why the technology came in hand, and that technology is really helpful to get the data from anywhere. The only thing is that you need to have the access. Say for example, so we are running classes here, and our information is stored in some clouds. Because you all have got access to our classes, so whatever may be the cloud, right, whatever may be the cloud, that you need not be aware of that one. But since you have been given access, so once you try to get the access to the class, large number of students, wherever you are there on this particular globe, with the support of the internet, you can retrieve our class and you can watch our class. Similarly, you know what is Google search. So lots of information is available, but that information we can retrieve within seconds, and that is possible only with the technology. Am I clear? That is the reason why if you start using the technology effectively, the work can be minimized to a larger extent. Clear? So now let's try to understand more points regarding IT and ITES. Look at this. So IT stands for information technology. ITES stands for information technology enabled services. Like, if you look at this, by using this information technology, you are storing the data. But where are you storing the data? In what format you are storing the data? What is the design you need? For example, here, if you take any individual, every individual has got lots of data information. That information may be available with the government, but government is not interested to retrieve the complete data. Government wants to know the number of people living in India who took birth in the year 2010. How is it possible? Because of the technology that is possible. So you have so many crores of people in India, and government is not interested to know the information of all the people. Government wants the information of only those people who took birth in the year 2010. So that can be retrieved easily. That is possible because of the information technology. That is the reason why. So with information technology, you are creating, you are managing, you are storing and exchanging the information using the technology that is called information technology. Am I clear? Now, when it comes to ITES, this is nothing but it improves the efficiency of an organization. IT is basically for creating, managing, storing and retrieving. ITES is meant for improving the quality of an organization. Hope you got this one. Let's try to understand more points regarding this. Now, let's go ahead and have a discussion on this one. Look at this. So when it comes to the ministry, so the Ministry of Electronics and Information Technology is coordinating strategic activities, promoting skill development programs, enhancing infrastructure capabilities, and it's also supporting research and development for India's leadership position in IT and IT enabled services. Today, India is one of the best countries with respect to information technology, IT and ITES. All that became possible because of the continuous support by the government. That is the reason why a separate ministry has been created for electronics and information technology. Am I clear? So India today one of the global leaders with respect to IT, and that became possible because of the various policies of the government with respect to information technology. Clear? Now let's go ahead and discuss more points. Look at this, right? Certain points I have highlighted, and right, and I have given a different color. Please note down these points. So when it comes to Indian information technology or Indian software industry is a global powerhouse today, and its impact on India has been incomparable. Right, my dear friends? Maybe you are aware of a large number of people who are working in software. Clear? The software industry has grown like anything. That is the reason why you also have many friends who are there already in the software industry. Some of you may be working in India, some of you may be working in United States of America or other countries. All this is possible because of India's, right? So India's, the innovative and new policies with respect to information technology. Information technology has contributed immensely in positioning the country as a preferred investment destination amongst global investors and creating huge job opportunities in India. Meaning, foreign companies are looking towards India, they are investing in India with respect to the information technology. So when they are establishing the companies, obviously the companies are providing the employment opportunities. That is the reason why if you touch anyone today, they will say that we are learning so and so course in the software. Because it is also very clear for a large number of people that it is going to create large employment opportunities, and the technology is not stopping today. Today you got the robotics, you got the artificial intelligence, so many things are coming into the picture. Clear? That is the reason why, right? So India, certain developed countries, is surging beyond with respect to information technology. And in the last decade, important, the industry has grown many folds in revenue terms, and relative share of India's GDP is around, important one, please note down. So this is 7% with respect to last year, that is 2023 and 2024. Am I clear? India is the topmost offshoring destination for IT companies across the world. Whenever any company, any IT company at the global level wants to spread its tentacles, wants to establish a branch outside their country, they are looking first towards India. That is the beauty of India. India has created and developed, lots of infrastructure with respect to the information technology. That is the reason why the major, the companies like Google, the companies like, this Microsoft, they are all looking towards India. And you already know that they have established their companies in India already. Clear? Very important. And all became possible because of the various policies of the government. Next, look at this. So India has the capabilities, having proven its capabilities in delivering both onshore and offshore services to global clients. Emerging technologies now offer an entire new gamut of opportunities for top IT firms in India. That is the reason why large offers, large projects are coming to India. You must have come across with your friends, right? And your friend may be working in some company in India, and all of a sudden he says that he got an opportunity in United States of America. Clear? On behalf of the company, he may be going to USA, work there and come back, or he may get a better opportunity outside. So he will leave the job here and he will go there and he works over there. So that is the demand of the software. But kindly remember, every time please remember this one. Let it be, software industry or competitive examination or business or politics, let it be anything, quality makes all the difference. That is the reason why skills must be sharpened, especially when it comes to the IT sector. You have to enhance the skills on day to day basis. Very, 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 very important one. Clear? Look at this. Indian IT industry offers cost effectiveness, great quality, high reliability, speedy deliveries, and above all, the use of the state of the art technologies globally. That is the reason why large number of Indian firms are getting, a large, the projects. So that is giving huge profit to these companies, and that is generating lots of revenue for India. Look at this. So when it comes to India, the Indian IT and ITES industry has a leading position globally and has been progressively contributing to the growth of the exports and creation of employment opportunities. Right? You're all aware of this one. So this is what exactly is happening, in the IT industry. So, right? So we are developing softwares. So we are developing new applications, and they are being exported. Clear? And this IT and ITS industry has also created large employment opportunities and estimated to employ 5.43 million professionals in addition of the 60,000 people. Meaning is simple, large number of employment opportunities are coming up in the field of the IT. Women employees account for another very, very important one. They account for 36% share in the total industry employee base. Very, 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 very important one. So large number of women, they are showing interest in software industry. They are getting the jobs and they are excelling, and some of them are becoming the CEOs of the great companies. Clear? Next, when it comes to India's booming service industry is a remarkable illustration of how modern economic growth models can outperform traditionally established one. This is what exactly is the most important thing. The technology has simplified large number of things. I told you already. Earlier, the companies used to store the data in documents. Storing is difficult, retrieval is also very, very difficult. And there you need lots of, the manpower for that. But today, because of the technology, the companies are least bothered about the quantity of the data that can be stored electronically very easily and safely with lots of security. Clear? And that is the reason why the information is being stored in the clouds. Cloud technology, recollect what we have discussed under science and technology. Clear? So that is the reason why this particular industry is considered to be booming industry. Similarly, India has the fastest growing service sector, which is contributing nearly 60% to the country's GDP. Right? In the service sector, we have IT. That IT itself is contributing 7%. And the whole service sector is contributing 60% in GDP. Another very important point, according to an international organization called United Nations Trade and Development, United Nations Trade and Development, Indian service sector exports grew by 11.4% to $345 billion in the calendar year of 2023. Very, very, very important one. So you know the difference between calendar year and financial year. I told you already. But for your information, I have given here starting from January to December. This is for the year 2023. Despite prevailing global uncertainties, meaning large number of countries are facing uncertainties, but India did its best and it has been increased exponentially. However, Chinese service exports declined by 10.1% to $381 billion in the year 2023. Kindly remember, you have to understand, the difference between India and China. After we increased it by 11.4%, we have reached $345 billion. Clear? In the year 2023 calendar year. When it comes to China, India boomed up, but whereas in China it has been declined. Even after declining by 10.1% in the year 2023, it made $381 billion. India boomed and made $345 billion. Even after declining, it has made $381 billion. That is the difference. Clear? That is the reason why India has to work more and more to beat China. Am I clear? Very, 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 very important. So this is how you are supposed to compare. So once you compare, the analysis will become easy for you. Right? Now, according to the same institution, according to UNICTAD, the service sector exports in the world grew by 8.9% in the year 2023 and reached to 7.9 trillion US dollars in the year 2023. Very, 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 very important one. And what is the main reason for the growth in the service sector? Is that the export was the growth in the international travel sector, and the travel sector export grew by 40%. That is the reason why there is a huge surge in the year 2023. Am I clear? For the examination point of view, you should know what is the growth and what is the reason for the growth. Right? How much it has been declined and what are the reasons for the decline. Right? These are all the important points for you for the examination. Look at this. Next one, if you look at this one, according to the government of India, the total service export in the financial year 23-24 was $339.46 billion. Very, very, very important one. The growth of India's service sector has drawn global attention. Why? Because unlike other countries, this point I have already discussed with you earlier, unlike other countries where economic growth has led to a shift from agriculture to industries, India has registered a shift from agriculture to the service sector directly. Very, 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 very important point. This point I have explained to you in the earlier class. Okay, so hopefully you remember this one. Otherwise, please refer to your notes that was written by you. Clear? Next, the growth of the service sector has led to the development of various industries such as information technology, healthcare, tourism, transport, and finances, among all others. This point we have discussed in the earlier class only. Now, let's go ahead and try to look at a question. Look at the question now. Important one. The remarkable growth of the service sector in India has been supported by several factors such as. What are the factors that contributed for the development of the service sector in India? Clear? The increasing number of educated and skilled workers. Agreed. The growth of the middle class population. Agreed. The emergence of the digital economy. So these are all the factors that led to the increase in the service sector. Clear? Very, 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 very important one. So our answer should be option 4. A, B, C should be the answer. Let's check it whether it is correct or not. This is absolutely correct. Clear? So kindly remember these points. Next one more point. The IT and ITES industry is one of the most significant contributors to the service sector in India. Just now I told you 7% of the GDP is being contributed by IT and ITES alone. Total service sector is contributing around 60%. Out of that one, 7% is being contributed by the IT and ITES. Is that okay? Another very important point, please note down this one. The revenue of ITES sector reached 3.1 trillion with a growth of 13 to 15% across all the 3 key segments. Remember this one. These are the 3 key segments under ITES. One is the customer relationship management, that is called CRM. Second one is the knowledge, and third one is the transactions. Please write down very clearly. So CRM, knowledge, and the transactions. Very, 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 very important one. And these are considered to be the key or significant or important segments under ITES. Right? Next point. Kindly have a look at this one. It will also get support from the integration of emerging technologies across the business verticals to improve customer experience and value delivery support. For example, see here, you order something online. Immediately you will get the information. When are you going to get? So you are going to get on so and so date between 3 and 4 p.m. Exact date and time they are delivering. So why? So that you will be waiting at home. Otherwise, what will happen if you are not available at home? That parcel will go back. So because you are knowing in advance, so you will make arrangements and you will see that somebody will stay at home. Clear? And the moment it has been delivered, again you will get the message that it has been delivered to you. So this is all possible because of the technology. That is the beauty of the technology. So what were all not present in the olden days, that is very much available now. Look at this. We have one more question. Kindly answer the question here. Which of the following are the factors that led to the exponential growth of the Indian service industry globally? What are the factors? The availability of the country's skilled workforce, yes or no? That is the reason why if you look at other countries, maybe UK, maybe United States of America, large number of Indians are working over there because of the skill. Very, very, very important one. Next, number 2, favorable business environment, and 3, low cost operations. And all this led to India's global image. So answer should be option 4. So as I told you, my dear friends, in the beginning, so this is a important topic what we have discussed. So this is the answer, and that is end of the this particular topic. Thank you so much, and I will see you in the next session. Take very good care.